Here's a 2018 Polaris Ranger 1000 XP. I'm going to be showing you how to install some cab accessories, in particular the roof, the windshield, the back panel, and a set of doors. Here's the roof kit. As you can see here, this is the shell of the premium roof. And what designates the premium roof versus the sport roof is the liner. So this liner goes in after the shell is put in and acts as both the heat retention as well as a sound dampening system. It's held up with darts. Both of these pieces came out of a bag which just came right out of the box. So this is all that comes in the box. And then there is a hardware kit as well. And I will show you how to install the shell. And if you bought a sport roof, that's as far as you're going to need to go. And then after that, if you bought this roof, the premium roof, the liner is installed at that point. Here's the hardware kit. We got instructions, a couple pieces of foam. I'll show you where those go, and then your miscellaneous hardware. These two pieces of foam go over that seam right there. So starting here and all the way to the top, it just helps prevent some air infiltration. One thing I will note, if you're putting this roof on an older machine, or if you have an older roof, it likely did not come with this seal kit if you bought just the sport roof. The premium roof always came with these seals installed. However, there was many sport roofs in the past that did not. If your sport roof does not have this seal kit installed, I would highly recommend buying one if you're going to be putting on a set of doors or basically fully enclosing it. If you do not have this foam installed, there's just a lot of air that comes in between the roll bar and the roof. Just giving you a lot of dust, air, snow, being able to sneak inside the cab. And honestly, if you're spending the money to put a cab on, buy this seal kit for an extra 30 bucks. It's totally worth it. And basically they're just an adhesive on one side, they just pop onto place. At this point, this roof already has the seal kit installed, so we are going to put these on the frame. And then what I actually like to do is take some silicone spray or something that will evaporate or dry eventually, but is a lubricant, to spray on this foam because it makes putting this roof on much easier. So what I've done so far is I put in one of these, the other one goes right here, snaps into place, and that allows the screw to go through this shield right here up into the roof once the roof's installed to hold down the front. Also, I went around the edge of the foam with a little silicone spray. You can see it's kind of wet there. What that does is it allows the foam to slide over the rails. It dries. You can see I got a couple splatter spots in there. But that dries and it just becomes, you'll never notice it, especially if you have a liner in there. It doesn't smell once it dries, and it just gives a little lubrication properties. It's better than WD-40 or something like that, because that stuff kind of stays wet and collects dust. At this point, we actually start putting the roof up onto the roll cage. And to start off, we take these 3 hooks and get them started. Basically, what they're going to be doing is catching on these ribs. And then the whole roof is going to need to slide back and down, and the back of the roof is going to need to go beyond this ledge here and then be able to drop down so we can screw it in the back. Definitely helps if you got a second person at this point, but it is possible to do by yourself. Here we have the roof started. You can see these hooks have started to grab underneath the metal tin or visor there. At this point we need to pull back on the roof, and this is probably easiest done from actually in the box. Pull back on the roof so this seal can slide down on the back side of this, and then these big square catchers actually need to get it so they can come under this lip right here. So it requires pulling back and pushing down kind of all in one swift motion. This is also where the silicone spray comes into play, because if you don't have anything there and it's dry, that seal just wants to catch and peel up and get damaged and not slide, and it just works better when you got it lubricated. Here the roof is in place. You can see that all of these hooks caught underneath that sun shield brace, as well as, it's hard to see in the dark here, these lips made it underneath the bar there. I don't know if you can see, but the foam is nicely seated. None of it got tipped or bent over. And then now all you guys got to do is screw it down. So you can see there's 4 bolt holes in the back. Comes with a couple T40 bolts, which have to go in there. You do need to use an impact because it's a self-tapping, and you know, with a ratchet it'd take you a lot of pressure and time. Last 2 bolts are these little shorties, and they go up in this hole right here. Sorry for the lighting. That actually screws into that little fitting that we put into the roof before we put the roof on. So at this point, if you have the sport roof, once you get them 2 bolts in and the 4 in the back, it's done. So if you bought the sport roof, this is how it looks like. That is the finished product. If you bought the premium roof, I will continue on with the video to show you how to put the liner in. Thanks for watching.